Imagine a world where your worth isn't measured by likes, followers, or the clamor of the crowd, but by the quiet strength you forge in solitude. Picture a life where you don't chase validation, but instead, you become the standard others aspire to. In this world, your power isn't loud, it's a silent force, undeniable and unshakable. You're not here to follow, you're here to define. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we honor the path of the lone wolf, the man who carves his destiny with stoic resolve and unrelenting focus. If you feel the pull of independence, the call to rise above the ordinary, you're in the right place. Today we're diving into 11 habits that prove you're undeniably a Sigma male, habits rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, designed to sharpen your mind, strengthen your resolve, and set you apart in a world obsessed with conformity. Let's uncover the 11 habits that mark you as a Sigma male, each a testament to your commitment to self-mastery, resilience, and rational living. These aren't just traits, they're the blueprint for a life lived on your terms, guided by the Stoic principles of clarity, discipline, and inner strength. 1. The strategic ghost disappearing act. You vanish not because you're running, but because you're building. In a society that equates constant visibility with success, you reject the noise, choosing instead the power of deliberate solitude. While others post every step of their journey, you retreat into the shadows, where focus becomes your forge. This isn't avoidance, it's evolution. You understand that true growth happens in the quiet, where distractions can't dilute your purpose. Months pass not as wasted time, but as a chrysalis for transformation, where you sharpen your skills and rebuild your foundation. When you return, it's not with boasts but with results, a quantum leap in capability that leaves others stunned. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we control, and you've mastered the art of controlling your environment by stepping away, harnessing silence as a tool to craft a stronger, more resilient self. Your reappearance is a shockwave not because you announced it but because your progress speaks louder than words. The herd scrambles to understand how you've changed, but you don't owe them explanations. Your discipline to isolate and refine is a rebellion against a world addicted to distraction. This habit reflects the Stoic principle of detachment from external validation. You don't need applause for the process, only respect for the outcome. By disappearing strategically, you align with your inner purpose, letting the results of your silent work become your voice. This is the Sigma male's edge, the ability to evolve in private, emerging as a force that commands attention without ever seeking it. 2. The uncompromising truth teller, brutal honesty. You wield truth like a blade, cutting through the fog of comfortable lies with surgical precision. In a world drowning in spin, you speak reality as it is, not as others wish it to be. This isn't cruelty, it's respect for the raw, unfiltered nature of existence. You know that sugarcoating breeds stagnation while honesty sparks growth, even if it stings. Your words may cost you fleeting connections, but they earn you something far greater, a reputation for integrity. Those who can handle your clarity become allies forged in trust. Those who can't fade away, irrelevant to your path. Stoicism demands we live in alignment with truth, and you embody this by refusing to dilute reality for the sake of fragile egos. Your commitment to honesty is a lifeline in a sea of deception. While others navigate with filters to preserve temporary comfort, you chart your course by the unyielding stars of fact. This makes you a beacon for those who value substance over superficiality. The Stoic principle of rational thinking guides you here. Truth isn't just a tool, it's your foundation. You understand that every lie avoided is a step toward freedom, every hard truth spoken a brick in the fortress of your character. As a Sigma male, your honesty isn't just a habit, it's a declaration of independence from a world that trades integrity for approval. You're not here to be liked, you're here to be real. 3. The silent architect, invisible work ethic. Your greatest creations rise in the soundproof cathedral of your discipline, unseen by the world. While others crave validation for every effort, you draw power from the quiet combustion of relentless work. The pre-dawn hours, the countless iterations, the failures absorbed in solitude, these are the raw materials of your success. When your work is revealed, it towers over the landscape, leaving others to marvel at what they call an overnight success. But you know the truth. It's the product of years of invisible toil, fueled by a purpose that needs no audience. Your motivation isn't external praise, it's the internal fire of knowing you've built something extraordinary. Stoicism teaches that true virtue lies in action for its own sake, not for the applause it might earn. You embody this by crafting your achievements in anonymity, letting the final results speak louder than any progress report. This silent work ethic is your rebellion against a culture that demands constant visibility. You understand that mastery is forged in the unseen moments, where discipline meets determination. As a Sigma male, you don't build for the crowd, you build for yourself, knowing that the world will eventually see the undeniable truth of your labor. Your creations aren't just achievements, they're monuments to your unyielding commitment to excellence. 4. The unshakable logic engine, decision-making. Your choices are forged in the crucible of reason, immune to the fleeting winds of emotion or social pressure. While others are swayed by trends or guilt trips, you dissect every decision with cold, clear logic, asking only, what serves my purpose? Conformity is a trap you've long since dismantled, recognizing it as a surrender of autonomy disguised as belonging. Your decisions are deliberate, calculated risks that align with your long-term vision, not the short-term whims of the crowd. This makes you unpredictable to manipulators and ungovernable by the masses, a force that moves with precision and purpose. Stoicism champions reason as the guiding light of a virtuous life, and you live this principle by building your path stone by logical stone. You're not swayed by hype or deterred by disapproval, your compass is calibrated to truth, not popularity. This unshakable logic gives you a freedom most can only dream of, allowing you to navigate life with a clarity that cuts through chaos. As a Sigma male, your decisions aren't just choices, they're declarations of independence, each one a step toward a life defined by your own terms. You don't follow the herd, you forge the path. 5. The magnet for silent opposition, making enemies. Your very existence is a challenge to the fragile equilibrium of the mediocre. You don't need to argue or provoke, your quiet confidence and refusal to play the approval game unsettle those shackled by insecurity. They mistake your self-containment for arrogance, your independence for disdain, projecting their own fears onto your unwavering presence. Their whispers and labels, difficult, cold, are merely the static of their discomfort, not a reflection of your truth. You don't engage in their petty dramas, you let their noise confirm the strength of your signal. Stoicism teaches that the wise man is indifferent to the opinions of others, finding contentment in his own virtue. As a Sigma male, you embody this by standing firm in your authenticity, letting the weak resent what they cannot understand. Their opposition isn't your battle, it's their struggle to reconcile with a strength they fear to claim. You become the enemy simply by being free, a living reminder of what's possible when you refuse to bend. Your power lies in this quiet rebellion, in living a life so authentic it forces others to confront their own compromises. 6. The patient predator, being underestimated. Your silence is not weakness, it's camouflage, a gathering storm waiting for the perfect moment. While others exhaust themselves performing for the crowd, you observe, listen, and conserve your energy. The insecure mistake your stillness for vacancy, revealing their strategies and insecurities in your presence, convinced you're no threat. This underestimation is your weapon, meticulously cultivated through patient observation. When the moment aligns with your strategy, you strike. Swift, decisive, and unexpected, leaving others to grapple with the realization they misjudged the quiet force in the room. Stoicism values patience as a form of strength, a way to align with the natural flow of events rather than forcing outcomes. As a Sigma male, you've mastered this, using your stillness to gather intelligence and prepare for action. Your patience isn't passive, it's predatory, a calculated choice to wait until the odds are in your favor. This habit sets you apart, turning underestimation into opportunity. You don't need to prove your strength in every moment, you prove it when it matters most with a precision that reshapes the battlefield. 7. The immunity to rejection, unbothered. Rejection doesn't shake you because your worth isn't tied to the approval of others. You see rejection not as a verdict, but as a filter, redirecting you toward paths that align with your vision. You don't beg for acceptance or waste energy convincing the blind to see. You build your own table, inviting only those who recognize your value. This detachment frees you from the emotional chains that bind so many, allowing you to move forward with clarity and confidence. Disapproval is just noise, irrelevant to your purpose. Stoicism teaches that our value lies within, in living according to our principles, not in the fleeting judgments of others. As a Sigma male, you embody this by operating from a place of intrinsic worth, immune to the emotional blackmail that cripples the insecure. Your unbothered nature isn't arrogance. It's freedom, a refusal to let external opinions dictate your path. This habit makes you a fortress, unshaken by rejection and unstoppable in your pursuit of what matters. You don't seek permission, you define your reality. 8. The Master Strategist, War General Mindset. You navigate life like a battlefield, where impulse is the enemy and strategy is king. Emotions are data, not drivers. Every move is weighed against long-term objectives, not fleeting desires. While others react chaotically to pressure, you see the larger war, anticipating consequences and planning contingencies. Your detachment is your armor, allowing logic to cut through the fog of drama. You strike with precision when the moment is right, not out of anger or haste, making you appear untouchable to those driven by emotion. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what we control and letting go of what we don't. As a Sigma male, you live this by approaching life with the mindset of a war general, conserving resources and striking only when it serves your purpose. This calculated approach unnerves those who thrive on chaos, but it's your greatest strength. Your power lies in playing the long game, in building a future through deliberate strategic action. You don't just win battles, you win wars, reshaping the world on your terms. 9. The Manipulation Radar, seeing through it. You see the hidden currents beneath the surface of words, spotting flattery, guilt trips, and false urgency like neon signs in the dark. Your intuition, honed by observation and self-trust, flags the disconnect between intent and action with unerring accuracy. You don't fall for sweet lies or emotional hooks. You shut them down coldly and efficiently without wasting energy on explanations. This shields you from energy vampires and opportunists, keeping your focus razor-sharp. While others are swayed by manipulation, you stand as an island of clarity in a sea of deception. Stoicism teaches us to trust reason over emotion, to see the world as it is, not as others would have us believe. As a Sigma male, your manipulation radar is a testament to this, a skill forged through relentless self-awareness and rational thinking. You don't engage with those who seek to steer you off course. You simply move forward, guided by your own truth. This habit isn't just protection. It's power, allowing you to navigate life with a clarity that others can only envy. You see through the noise, and in doing so you remain free. 10. The Low-Profile Powerhouse Influence. Your influence doesn't come from shouting or seeking the spotlight. It's a gravitational pull born of substance and results. You speak sparingly, but when you do, your words carry weight, backed by competence and quiet certainty. People lean in not because you demand it, but because they sense the depth beneath your calm surface. You build in the background, letting your achievements resonate louder than any self-promotion. Attention seekers burn out. You endure, projecting an aura of controlled potential that commands respect effortlessly. Stoicism values actions over words, substance over show. As a Sigma male, you embody this by cultivating influence through focused effort and unwavering standards. Your power isn't loud, it's profound, rooted in the quiet confidence of a man who knows his worth. This habit sets you apart in a world obsessed with noise, making your presence a force that others can't ignore. You don't chase followers, you attract them, naturally and inevitably, through the undeniable truth of your results. 11. The Non-Negotiable Standard, High Standards. Mediocrity is an insult to your potential, and you refuse to entertain it. You operate by an internal code of excellence, demanding the best from yourself and your environment. Excuses, half-efforts, and drama are ruthlessly excised, not out of rigidity but out of efficiency. Your time and energy are precious, invested only in what moves the needle. This intimidates the average who mistake your focus for coldness, but you know the truth. Greatness requires sacrifice, and you're willing to pay the price. Stoicism teaches that the pursuit of virtue is the pursuit of excellence, and as a Sigma male, you live this every day. Your high standards aren't just a habit, they're a way of life, a commitment to cutting through the noise to achieve the exceptional. You demand excellence because you deliver it, and this sets you apart as a force of precision and purpose. While others settle for good enough, you push for greatness, knowing that the path to true fulfillment lies in never compromising on what you're capable of achieving. The Solitary Crucible, Forging Power in Silence. If you're watching this, you feel the dissonance, the weight of your potential in a world obsessed with the superficial. The Sigma male community isn't for spectators. It's for those who recognize the fire within, the one that burns brighter in solitude. Whether you're a seasoned Sigma navigating life's currents or just beginning to feel the stirrings of unapologetic independence, know this. Your power lies in the stillness where you confront yourself, refine your vision, and build the empire only you can see. The world needs outliers, not echoes. Keep forging, keep rising, keep defining your reality. These 11 habits aren't just a checklist. They're a way of being, a call to embody the Sigma male mindset with every step you take. If these principles resonate deep in your core, that's your confirmation. You're on the path of the lone wolf, the man who doesn't seek permission but creates his own reality. Don't just nod in agreement, act. Embrace the solitude, sharpen your logic, execute with silent fury. The Sigma male community is your guide, your forge, your brotherhood of men committed to growth, independence, and excellence. If this video sparked something in you, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and share it with others who need to hear this message. If you're already subscribed, turn on notifications to stay locked into our journey together. If you're new, join us. Subscribe now and step into the crucible of self-mastery. The world doesn't adjust to the weak, it bends to the frequency of the strong. Keep forging ahead, Sigma.